What's up, guys? I'm Braun from Crop, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious. Tune in and tune out.
The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Okay, we're good.
You look so familiar.
I get that a lot.
Holy moly.
Can you see me?
That has nothing to do with what's going on. Luis, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing? Thank
Good.
you.
How are you?
The chat. Hello.
Yeah, no worries. Where are you guys at in the geographically in the world?
We are located in Lexington, Kentucky, the home of horse races, bourbon, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Not necessarily where you think of when you think of metal, though, right?
Well, not necessarily, but like the thing about Kentucky and Lexington, and even our region, because like we kind of have this like we're very central Kentucky. We're close to Louisville. We're not far from Indianapolis. We're not far from Evansville. We're not far from Nashville, Knoxville, Asheville, North Carolina.
Richmond.
There's a lot of places with a lot of really, really, really talented artists, bands, outside of metal, inside of metal, all around us. And even our little pocket, man, the doom scene here is insane. Like, it is insane. We've got some stuff, and it's like it's kind of overlooked. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, there's nothing going on there, man." There's a lot of really, really talented bands here, and it's all derivative from boredom. Like, it's straight up like, man, we're sitting here, all we got to do is drink, smoke weed, and be bored, and that leads to some really good doom metal.
It does. Do you find writing this music is cathartic?
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%. With Crop in particular, I don't want to speak for other artists in our respective genre, but with Crop in particular, our music is very cathartic. It's our way to let out a lot of inner demons. It's our way to let out a lot of problems we have socially, problems we have outside of that, problems we just have in general. And our music's very honest in that approach. I mean, anything that's written and said in our lyrics has been lived by us. Like there's no lies there. We're not writing a story for somebody. These are real life scenarios of drug addiction, of abuse, of mental illness, of everything that comes with that, and battling those demons to make yourself a better person. We're all getting older. We're all trying to improve our lives and improve ourselves and not be these people we were when we were 20, 21. Hell, I'm 38, and even I can say at 36, but with us, like, yeah, like everything we do is brutally honest in the approach. And I feel like that sometimes that gives you the best art.
I 100% agree with you. Absolutely. But is that honesty and vulnerability ever too much? Do you ever go, holy shit, I shouldn't have said that?
No, it's a fucking release, dude. There's no point in my life to where I've ever felt like honesty isn't the best policy. And if it hurts somebody, you're better off releasing the energy than holding it in. Because once you internalize that and keep it inside you and it manifests, it becomes something completely different that you can't control. So I don't think there's not a shadow of doubt in my mind that's the best way to approach it. For me, for us, for our entity is what it is. Yes.
I know we're talking about honesty and brutality and whatever, but do you ever feel like, let's edit that. I just lost my train of thought. I had a great question for you, and I got absorbed into what you were saying.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a talker, so.
No, me too. I've been doing this all morning already, and I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, is there a message or something you want your fans to take away from after listening to S.S.R.I?
I think the biggest thing about how we approached S.S.R.I was not necessarily about our intended message. It's more open-ended than that. It's if you walk away from listening to it and it makes you feel a way, it makes you feel something inside you, it makes you feel anything at all, that's what we intended. And if it means to you something different than what we intended it to mean, then that's even more special to us because the connection between that and you became something different. I've always felt like once you release music into the world, once you release your art, once you release anything you do on any medium of art, once you release that into the world, it becomes open to the public. And once it becomes open to the public, it's open to interpretation. And I never want to pigeonhole our ideas or our ideals into what somebody else perceives us to be. We are who we are. We are honest. We are a bunch of ragtag rock and roll drunks, and it's a good time and it makes for a good show. But if you listen to it and you feel a certain way, like all the power to you for that. And that's exactly what we want.
How interesting how different is, sorry I cut you off, but I'm wondering how interesting or different is it or surprising is it when you talk to somebody and they've got a completely different, I don't know, version
of it. I absolutely love it. It's great for stories. I'm a big story guy. And it's like collecting them more so, like people's personal experiences and hearing them. And it's one of those things that, like, if it affects you in that way, then I want you to walk up to me and talk to me at a show, talk to me after a show, talk to me if you see me at the bar drinking, if you know who I am, if I'm in any state, anywhere, like, please walk up, tell me how this reacted to you anyway, because that's what we want. Like, I mean, that's really like where we are with all of this.
How does that make you feel when somebody in the crowd comes out, or you get an email or you get a phone call and somebody says, man, that hit me in the feels or saved me from this or whatever? That's heavy, right?
So that actually goes back to the album title. S.S.R.I is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And that's the like medical term for like antidepressants and psychotic medication. And in writing this album, it all gave us a release and a feel that, like, that was the perfect title for the album. So just because the music or the drugs affect you in this way doesn't mean they don't affect somebody completely different. And if they help you in any given way and you approach me with that, I absolutely love it. I love the response. Like, and honestly, somebody could walk up and be like, dude, I fucking hate it. I hate it. It's awful. It's the worst album I've ever heard. And I would still respect the opinion. I'm not here to judge your opinion based off of what I think my and the band, our collective art is, you know? So I think it kind of rolls deeper than that once you release it to the public.
So can we go deeper for a minute?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I was trying to put some stuff together just to be a little bit of out of the box. So
I love that
for a second.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna edit this all out, so don't worry.
That's good. Like I said, I'm a talker, so.
All right, let's start here.
Tangents and.
How do you think the unrelenting heaviness and raw production of S.S.R.I mirrors the experience of confronting painful emotions, and in what ways might the distortion and heavy laden sound contribute to a catharsis?
So, when you say raw sound, obviously you've listened to the album.
Right.
You have an understanding of what it is. To us, this is the most produced thing we could ever do. This is the closest to live that we could ever sound. This is the realest that we could ever be, and be produced by the most wonderful Jason Groves at Sneak Attack.
I didn't insult you, did I?
No, not at all. I'm not insulted. I'm
okay.
I'm here giving you, and and with that, like, man, like, I feel like the music, the way it's written is our guitarist Zach will come in with an idea. Him and our drummer will flush out an idea. I'm personally the bass player. I'm also band dad. I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of things for the band. I'm the one that they're like, hey man, if somebody's going to do an interview, it's going to be you.
Right.
But I feel like in our interpretation of the music itself, we are allowing our vocalist, Mark, the conduit, to deliver how he really feels. And Mark has books and books and books of just poetry. I mean, like those like old school Kurt Cobain looking journals with the black and white that are like,
Yeah.
like, dude, I've got 6 of them from the first album. I've got another 3 or 4 from this album.
Oh, really?
Of stuff that we've like that aren't even on the album, but they're his thoughts and ideas and things and
Right.
and melodies and things that run through his mind. And we try to see where mentally he is and deliver him what he needs so that he can give us what needs to happen to give anybody else the rest of the product, you know? And I hate to call it a product, but it really is at the end of the day, you know? And like, it's just like with music, like you don't make money off of streaming. You don't make money you make money off of like album sales. I mean, honestly, we're a glorified t-shirt salesman. Like,
You know what? I just read a quote from somebody who said it was the dudes from Exodus. It was Tom Hunting, or not Tom Hunting, Lee from Exodus. No, it was Jack Gibson from Exodus. Sorry, the bass player. He just said we are.
I'm a bass player, but
Yep,
I'm
he just said he's
way.
a glorified traveling t-shirt salesman.
I am. Well, the funny thing about that is like growing up, I've had a couple of different jobs, a couple of different careers, but growing up, you know, I worked at like skate shops and I sold shoes and t-shirts, and I worked for a print shop and I sold like bulk mass like t-shirts for a print shop. So I've been a t-shirt salesman since I was 16. And
Right.
it's the one thing about me that's never going to die. Like, I mean, but like, even with that at a young age, it gave me an ability to understand marketing, to understand strategy, to understand these things that, like, you know, some bands might not, some bands do, some bands are great at it, some bands are lack, and it is what it is. But like, there's an idea behind all of that, like, I mean, if you want people to buy it, like, you got to give them something they want to buy, you know, like, and I've always joked about us, like, we're a part-time band, we're a full-time clothing company.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same thing that you just said about old dude from Exodus is like, it is what it is, man. But that's what keeps us in gas. That's what keeps us on the road. That's what buys hotel rooms. That's what pays for more merch. That's what RPM Fest coming up that we're going to do. Like, that's all that fronts the dream that we all collectively have.
Okay. Ready for some deeper, outer questions?
Go, man. See if I can answer them.
How do you think the use of instrumentals such as flatline and breath punctuate the psychological narrative of S.S.R.I? And what role do you think silence or wordlessness might play into the whole thing?
I've got a couple of points on this. So first, I want to talk about Flatline because you brought it up. Flatline was kind of brought to us. Yes, it's an instrumental track, but that beat in Flatline, that pulsating beat, our vocalist Mark Phillips, he had a person very important to him, ex manager. Losing the word. He had a person very, very close to him pass away at the end of 2024, and his name was Ron Manley. So while we were in the process of pre-production for S.S.R.I, Ron Manley's wife approached us and sent us the clip for his dying heartbeat and asked us if we'd use that in a tribute for our album.
Oh, wow.
So that actually to him, to us, to the rest of us, and we're all brothers in this. So like to all of us, if somebody approaches us with an idea or a need or something like that, yes, we're gonna consider it. We're gonna take it. We're gonna try to make it available as possible for the album. And the overall theme, especially the suicidal elements and the drug abuse that comes with S.S.R.I and this album in particular, we all felt like that moment was the best way to start the album. And that's where that came from. And then if you go into breath was it's literally what it's called. It's a breath of fresh air to give you a second to breathe before we hit you with the hardest fucking song we're about to play on the album.
Right.
So
however, I'm going to interrupt me for a second.
Yeah.
From a mental health perspective, though, do you think your willingness to confront all that despair, grief, and survival and refuse to look away from the darkest corners of life serves as a validation or empowerment for people struggling?
I don't want to say yes or no to that. I want people to listen to it and come up with their own conclusion. And if it helps you, then come talk to us. If it doesn't, then maybe you're not in the headspace that some other people are. Yeah. And that's really,
well, you don't have to be a Crop fan.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other great bands out there, you know.
Yeah, right.
There's if you're into thrash, or if you're into black and doom, or if you're into any other genre of heavy music, we might not be the band for you, but like 9 times out of 10, if you come see us play live, you're not going to hate it. You're not going to have a bad time,
right?
Because even with us live, like there's a party element to us live that doesn't come across in the album, because the emotional release we get from playing it gives us that ability to have fun while playing it.
Right.
And so it's you know, it's one of those things that like you can't really I don't want to pigeonhole it into, well, if you're depressed or if you're this or that or the other, this is the album for you. But like if you are, this is the album for you.
So do you write those songs like with the stage in mind? Then if you're looking for that emotional release, like do you write those songs and then
they just come out that way? There's no rhyme or reason to why Crop sounds like Crop. We are 4 different varied musicians that came together, and the idea behind it all was, let's write songs that we love, we respect, we appreciate, and we want to play live. And if people like it, that's cool. And if people don't, that's cool too, man. Like it's not the music itself is what we want to do. Right. Everything beyond that's the interpretation of somebody else, and you can't change that. You know, you can't change their minds, their perspectives. I mean, we're all on our own journeys. We're all on our own paths.
Sure.
And everything behind, beside, around all of that is just, it is what it is. You know, like too many people are walking through life stuck in their own heads, stuck in their own mental space, and they don't take time to step back and respect everybody else's mental space and capabilities that they're at, because not everybody's on the same journey. Not everybody's on the same path in life, you know?
Sure.
And so something like S.S.R.I, like I said before, might not be something for everybody, but for us, it was something that we needed to do, that we needed to get out, you know? So we took that path. And even with writing it, it was complete chaos. Like it just turned out the way it was. Like even the single we released alone, we didn't know if it was going to make it to the album. You know, we were in crunch time in the studio Mark's working on lyrics. I'm working on bass lines. We're working on parts that intertwine with each other and recording them on the spot with that. Like we didn't go play this music live for 6 months or a year or 2 years before we recorded it. We were writing this music going into the studio ready to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So we're running up on time, but I got 2 quick questions and then a bigger one. Yeah. I could talk to you all day. This is a great conversation. Yeah. Where can fans or listeners find you, and what kind of tour plans do you have?
So, personally, I am a big component of Bandcamp. Legalized Crop on Bandcamp. All of our monikers are legalized. I'm Legalized Braun. My festival I run is Legalized Lex. Legalized Crop on Bandcamp. You can pre-order the album. You can look us up on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, Legalized Crop. You can find us on Facebook. Any of those places, there's a Linktree link on there that you can find the album from the streaming source of your preference to find and listen. Listen to old stuff, listen to new stuff, listen to whatever. But personally, if you don't like Spotify, I would be a big fan of Bandcamp because there's a lot of really good music that gets sent my way every single month. Every single month, I'm just loaded with bands, and like some are great, some are good, some are decent, some aren't anything I'd ever listen to again.
Right.
But I've found more underground bands and more touring opportunities from listening to bands on Bandcamp than any other streaming service.
Okay. And then, so lastly, big one, but this week has sucked, especially in a doom sort of way. Do you have any thoughts? Something to say, memories, cool Ozzy stories, first time you heard him, anything at all?
So I grew up in a very my dad's only 20 years older than me. So I grew up listening to 80s Ozzy, Motley Crue, Van Halen, stuff like that. So I remember being at a young age and like hearing Crazy Train and just like, what? Yeah, dude, what is this? And my thing with Ozzy is there's such a big, like in this genre, in this doom related genre, there's so many people here that love and respect every.
Yeah. With you. We wouldn't be talking if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Right?
No, none of this is possible.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there, but
yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
I think we're all processing it. People outside.
I mean, no. Do not apologize. Like, no, emotions are healthy, man. Let them out. Do not hold them in.
People outside the the music world or even the heavy music world probably think everyone's crazy. But I mean, I wrote in a post the other day, the soundtrack of my life. The day I was in like 10th grade, I can remember clearly. Little record store across the street from my high school. Just went in with some paper route money and saw Diary of a Madman on the wall. Had no idea what the fuck any of that was, but I loved the cover and was like, cool, maybe rebellious, whatever. And those first couple drum notes of Over the Mountain, and I'm getting chills. First couple notes, fucking in your DNA, right? It mutates everything.
So tonight in particular, I have a band called Crystal Spiders. I book for a venue. And tonight we have like a Sabbath worship bill. I can't wait to be around all of them.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Nobody gets it, but it's something, I've never met the guy, whatever, but totally this strange, odd connection. However, I guess the soundtrack to my life is the best thing I can say, right?
It's the reason we're here.
Yeah, right. Like I said, we were talking otherwise.
Like, I mean, yeah, there's other bands that you could cite. Like, oh yeah, like Coven was around the same time. Pentagram started around the same time, but they don't have the stretch.
No.
They don't.
No, those first three chords of the first Black Sabbath record, everybody's done. That set the trajectory for everyone, or all of us talking anyway. So
I did not mean to get super emotional on you.
No, whatever, man. That was me.
I'm sorry about it, but
I'm
not really sorry. It's just like.
Are you okay if this makes the interview, or do I need to
put it on there? I don't care.
I can edit it if there's any kind of problem.
No, not at all. I mean, I feel like it goes right in with the album. Like, honestly.
Right.
But yeah, man, just the music community even being able to come together over something like this,
right,
makes it so much bigger.
I think he's the Elvis of our generation.
The underground, like heavy music scene, like it's so supportive.
Yeah,
And
100%.
everybody's there for each other. And you reach out to bands for whatever reason. Even if they can't do it, they still come back to you and they want to help, and it's such a beautiful thing at the end of the day.
I agree.
And bands like that made it possible for us to even fucking exist.
Right.
And yeah, it's a sad moment, but the legacy and what we have.
100%. Yeah. Anyway.
I wouldn't change anything about what I've done in my life or anything like that for any reason at all.
Perfect.
But
anyway, we are totally.
I do feel like my Jesus died.
I agree with you. I feel that.
For all of our sins. So
yes. We are totally up against time. I don't know where we ended up on that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's good, man.
I just sometimes like to be out of the box and not normal.
Bro, I loved every minute of it. And I'm not mad about any of it. Like,
okay, cool.
I would rather me have that reaction to what's going on than me sit there stark and blank and give you nothing.
Right.
So I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I'm glad we got to do this. And let's stay in touch.
Absolutely, my friend. I got to bounce, but good talking to you.
Cheers. Thank you.
See ya. Bye.